Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the Dogyard here in Southern Maryland. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock straight up. It's about 60 degrees out. It's a little bit cloudier today. You can kind of see that we had a nice blue sky this morning, but it's kind of clouded up. It's a little bit cool. 50 is really not that bad. Can't complain about 50 degrees in March. Anyway, nice start to the day. I'm going to take it, I timed it, it's 2 minutes. I'm going to do a 360 for you so you can see what I see as I sit here and talk to you. And so I'm going to send you away and do that, and we'll come back in a minute. Guys, I decided to do 360 from the Dogyard so you can see what I see. There's the throne of creativity, and that's where you guys normally sit. But there's out my front yard. When I do front yard chats, I'm up there. There's the Wyoming vehicle. That's just out the backyard, and Echo wants in on this. It's going all the way around the Dogyard. We had a mini horse live here, gosh, 10 years ago or more, but we fed him in that. There's Chance. There's Finny. There's my race trailer. So let's see, down there, that's probably my closest neighbors. And then across through the woods, my neighbor Ed. And then looking back at the front yard, way up there is my neighbor up there. So I got 3 neighbors about a quarter mile away or more. And then there's a huge Catholic church out behind those woods. In fact, Otter Piper's got a church there. And their parsonage is right through there. You can kind of see that house. So that's where the priest lives. It's further away than it looks there. Yeah, my neighbor's house probably looks a little more perspective when I don't have them zoomed in. But anyway, there's a little 2-minute spin around so you can see what I'm seeing. You can pretty much see 3 of them right there. But next thing I'm going to do is do my dog review, because it wouldn't be a Dave review, Dave video if I didn't show you the dog. So what we'll do next, and then we'll come back and chat. So there's Finn and Sasha having a wrestle in the combat holds. Here comes Echo. She wants to be a part of the video. She hates being left out. Hey, girl. And there's Chance over there being Chance. Think about being a cow. Sometimes she just likes to be close. Right, Echo? Alright, and last look at the littles. Finn and Sasha before we quit the dog video for the day. So you guys, today we are smoking Connecticut Oak. I'm sorry, Charter Oak Connecticut wrap. And it's a natural wrap, so I have both the Maduro and the natural. I probably won't buy any more of these. They're a fine stick, but the Maduros are much more my style. But the Charter Oak Connecticut is a fine brand. It's a nice blend. They're actually, I understand they're actually using tobacco from Connecticut again, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, this is the natural. I'll show you the Maduro some other time. I have punch cut it like I do lots of times. And I'll go ahead and get lit. Come back and talk to you. It's a fine cigar, guys. Just because I said I wouldn't buy them again, because I'm not really a light cigar guy. This is definitely way light of medium. I mean, this is medium minus. This is probably more like light plus. But it's got a great taste. I don't know if you ever did this as a kid. You pull the grass, the tall grass, you'd pull them apart and chew on it. You get that kind of sweet, grassy taste. That's what this is. especially on the retro, you get just a super nice straw, grassy touch of sweetness. It's a fine tasting cigar. Mine lit super easy, and I think it's gonna burn fine. Very little wind, almost even no breeze tonight, so it should be a good cigar night. So today was a pretty crazy day. It was really productive, but boy, was it long. We hit it right at 5 in the morning, and I just pulled into the house here at 5 o'clock before I walked out here. So had a couple two more hairy homeowner things, but I wasn't gonna do them. One was I had to replace the ceiling fan in our family room, which sounds pretty easy, but it's the ceiling's about 18 feet tall in that room, and the ceiling fan sits at about 10 feet, but there's 8 or 10 feet of pole that you got to deal with all the wires and everything. So I just called the professionals yesterday, and they're friends of mine. They've been coming here for years, so they say, "Hey, how about if we come by tomorrow morning?" So they got here at 7:30, and then outside I had a GFI protected, ground fault protected plug outside it just fried itself. It was always in test mode. It would not reset, so I had them pull that out and put a new one in. Now I can't complain. Both the GFI plug and the overhead fan the ceiling fan were both like 26, 27 years old, so I can't complain. But that was about 4 hours out of the day. Then I ran over to the paddock for a couple hours. Beans 316 and I are doing a trade. So I got his box in the mail today. That was a little bit of a chore, but I got it done. And then I'm trading some more gold in. Gold has just shot up so much in the last month that I'm selling some more of my gold to move the profits around. So I had to get all that done today too. So all that, and then my wife's sister has a messy divorce from 10 years ago, and they're back in court today, and my wife always attends court with her sister. So it was up to me to go get my niece. She's turned 14. She's severely autistic. Only 3 people in the world can pick her up: her mom, my wife, and it turns out me. So I'm in her, what they call her trusted circle. So I drove up to her school today and picked her up and dropped her off at what I call autism school after that, and just got back from doing that. So it was a good day. Lots got done. Very productive. But wow, it was a day of days, that's for sure. So I got to show you a funny picture. So my niece is deathly afraid of dogs for some reason. She loves horses but doesn't like dogs. I totally screwed up and forgot I had Sasha in the car with me. I didn't think about it until I got all the way up there, and it's 30 miles. There's no way I could have come back home and dropped her off and then gotten back up there. So just had to live with it. And they were great. It went totally great. But I got to show you the picture of what my niece saw when she got in the car this afternoon. It's a rare moment. Echo doesn't play a whole lot anymore at 5. Meanwhile, look, I got my combat dog working on a combat hole. That's Finney working on a combat hole. Obviously, he's taking a lazy dog approach to it. Anyway, sorry, probably too much dog video, but so much fun to watch. Lazy combat dog training. This is how you're combat dog and lazy at the same time. Sasha's just hanging her head in shame. No, Echo's being a combat dog. She's eating the mud. I guess it's another way to make your foxholes eat the dirt. There's probably a retard joke in there, something about eating the mud, eating the dirt. See how deep the hole is, or whole head gets down in there. So my wife's over at Summerfield Farm right now. One of our boarders' horses is a tiny little mini horse named Merlin. He's 30-ish. Pretty damn old for a horse. He's in the process of dying, passing on, but got him through the last 2 nights. Vet's over there right now. Looks like they're going to get him through today. You know, it's kind of day for day right now, but it's part of owning a farm is end of life for the animals. It's pretty traumatic though. Some of these people have owned these horses. Like Merlin's owner has owned them for at least 20 of his 30 years. So, you know, we've lost a few ourselves as a family. And it's part of farm life, but it still sucks. You know, the day you lose a beloved animal is tough. But anyway, part of the crazy day is dealing with that. It's so nice, so mild. Um, so anyway, I think the one thing I want to talk tonight about is about backing up our opinions. I think way too many people in this planet have an opinion, but almost don't know why they have it. Even to themselves, they can't justify with facts and beliefs. You know, what are your beliefs based upon? What are the foundational principles? That's why this. Let me finish that thought. You know, what is your opinion based on? What is your belief based on? It really should be more than, well, that's just my opinion, or that's just what I believe. There should be some underlying reasons for why we believe what we do, we feel the way we do, and we should be able to express those things, you know, logically, emphatically, certainly with passion. It's fine, but not with anger or raising our voice just because saying it louder makes it truer, or saying it angrily makes it truer, because it doesn't. In fact, that detracts from the argument. And over the last year or so, I've really pushed on, you know, if you believe America is truly the greatest country on the planet, maybe in history, then why do you believe that? Make sure you've read the Declaration of Independence and truly understand what it's saying. Read the Constitution, read the Bill of Rights. Truly read it. Don't glance over it, don't gloss through it. You know, like study it word for word, understand what it's saying. Read the Federalist Papers, read this book that we're reading. Um, You know, and I'm going to take you through the other books. I think in the book club, if they're as good as what I think they are, you know, it's helping me build a foundation. And so, but the reason I push on that, I think it was back 4th of July. I read to you the Declaration of Independence. I should read the Constitution to you. I have a pocket version of the Constitution with me most of the time. You know, the book we're reading now I find amazing because it helps build a knowledge base upon which we can set our beliefs on, that we can then set our opinions on, and it makes us. I think we can have the ability to talk about it better. One of you guys commented that you can't wait to get the book because not because it's going to help anyone with a different belief, but you'll enjoy reading it because it'll back up what you already believe. And I think it's more than that. I think it's more than just feeling good about what we're reading because we already believe it. I believe we should read to build that knowledge base, to make our reasoning more sound, to make our beliefs rest on something factual and logical, and that flows from history. I think that's very important. And that's why I've enjoyed reading this book to you guys so much. So I've actually got a couple chapters read this morning early, but I had no time today to sit and read to you. So we'll get back to that tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow should be as crazy. But for me, I told you guys, unfortunately, you guys are sort of lowest priority to me in my day. Getting my honeydews done, getting my all the little things that are broken around the house fixed, getting ready for the heat of summer, um, moving my investment money around. These are all goals of mine. So I got a big green today. Taking care of my family, taking care of my wife and her sister and her daughter, my niece. That was a big green today. Making time, no matter what my day looked like, to get to get her handled and done right and with comfort. So that felt good. So what fell out today was the daytime video. It just fell off the list. It's the low hanging fruit to me, and I just couldn't get to it. Just other things took priority. I don't think that will happen tomorrow, so we'll continue our reading tomorrow. But I beg you to back up your opinions with beliefs, and to back your beliefs up, or to have your beliefs sitting on foundational facts, historical knowledge. Read deeply, read with purpose. I know a couple of you said you don't like to read, and that's probably a legacy from grade school and middle school and high school when you were forced to read. Now read because you want to develop your brain, your knowledge. You'll be able to talk to these things. Whether they're people who agree with us or people who disagree with us, it makes us better conversationalists. And maybe, just maybe, we'll start to turn the tide a little bit if there are many, many, many of us talking about why we believe the United States we remember is the right one, and that we're headed the wrong way, and why we think it's headed the wrong way. And get away from Orange Man bad, Trump good, Biden sucked, tariffs good, tariffs bad, Elon stealing, Elon bad, Elon's great. We need to be able to talk deeper than that. And I know this book is helping me do that, and hopefully we'll continue to help each other grow in that area. So Anne-Marie has just returned from the farm. Looks like Merlin's going to be okay for the night. The vet was there, pumped him full of fluids, pumped him full of antibiotics. He's back on his feet, wandering around. It seems comfortable, so looks like Merlin got to stay for at least another day. We'll see. My experience with animals, both dogs actually, and cats, and all pets, and horses in particular, they tell you when it's time. And when it's time, there's very little you can do medically to make them want to stay longer. But anyway, sounds like things turned out well. So looks like we'll be talking about Merlin again in another video. Anyway, I'll wrap up my thought and then we'll get out of here because it's probably getting long. Hey, so I love the rant videos, by the way. I mean, our rant videos are my favorite ones. When people go off, including myself, my favorite videos. But let's try to rant with a purpose. Let's try to rant with an opinion that is based on beliefs, and with beliefs that are based on things that we can talk about, and not just opinion. My opinion, Trump is okay. Your opinion is Trump is fantastic. Their opinion is Trump's the Antichrist. And if we talk at that level, it's really not much of a human conversation. So hopefully as a community, we can elevate the discussion, elevate the debate, even elevate the rants to something that's not just entertaining, but has a chance at turning ahead and giving someone pause and creating a different thought process out in the world. All right, guys, that's enough. That's my one thing. That's why I read the way I do. That's why I read to you. I guess I'm trying to influence you, influence how you think and talk. But anyway, enough of that. Guys, I hope you had a great Tuesday. Hope you got a good week in front of you. And I'll ask that God bless your lives. and those of the lives around you. I ask that God turn his ear to hear your prayers. And I ask that God make his face shine upon your life. And may he bless your life as he continues to bless mine. That's it, you guys. We'll talk again tomorrow. Good night, everybody.